everybody. Hello, I am Mr. Moji from Al Faisal International Academy School. So today I'm going to speak about social study, your grade 6, unit 6, lesson 4, the World War II, from page 130 to page 132. So the Second World War, as we're going to see here, so starting from 1 September 1939 to 2 September 1945. According to the previous lesson is the World War One. So today we're going to speak about the Second World War or the World War Two. So we start our lesson by the introduction. So actually 20 years in the timing between the first World War and the Second World War. So actually, we're going to speak now the different characteristic. So the location first. After the location, the result. After the result, the date when it started and when the end of this war. The location of the Second World War. So Europe, China, Middle East, the Mediterranean Sea, and Africa. The result for the World War II. First one is the Allied victory. Number two, United States and the Soviet Union become the main world superpower. After the end of the Second World War, United States of America and the Soviet Union becomes superpower in the world. At the date now, we start the Second War start in September 1st, 1939 to the 2nd September 1944, and then we'll continue. After that, we'll try to start our lesson by watching this video that you can understand many things about the Second World War.
Before we get started, can you please take a moment to get used to our main characters? Our first main character being Adolf Hitler, leader of Germany during the Second World War. Our second main character being Winston Churchill, leader of Britain during the Second World War. And our third main character being Charles de Gaulle, leader of France during the Second World War. Hello and welcome to Draw My History, where today we are going to be talking about something that happened around 78 years ago, when Germany, a country still healing from the First World War, find themselves with a leader who is just about to start a second one. You guys know who he is, Adolf Hitler. It was 20 years since Germany lost the First World War, and along with it some of their land, money, and a lot of its army capacity. And their leader at that time, Adolf Hitler, was not pleased about the idea. So he decided that he wanted it back. And he just takes it, just like that. Which Britain, and along with it France, did not approve of. So they decided to send their prime ministers to go and have a word with Hitler. So Hitler agreed that he wouldn't take over any more countries. But peace did not last for long. Hitler ended up invading Poland and allies with Italy. But just a week before, Britain signed an agreement with Poland promising to fight anyone who tries to invade them, which means only one thing: war. In September 1939, Britain and France, along with Australia and New Zealand and Canada, declare war on Germany and Italy. For 9 long months, nothing really happened as the Allies placed all their troops behind this wall and wait for Hitler to come and attack them. But he never does. In fact, while the regular British army went on to fight Hitler, Britain had a home guard that consisted of untrained men who were stuck at home but still wanted to participate in the war. Fun fact: Winston Churchill decided that the home guard needed some kind of weapon. But because all the guns went off to the regular army, Churchill told his helpers to get any weapon, even if it was ancient like a pike. So his helpers went and made 250,000 pikes, which Churchill was not pleased about, as he asked for a weapon like a pike.
Okay, we can continue now this video according to the link that it is attached below. So we start now to speak about the different steps, step by step of the event of the Second World War. So in the Second World War. So in 1931, Germany, always Germany, during the First World War, Germany start the war. Even during the Second World War, Germany was start in 1931. Germany, Japan, and Italy started occupying territories in Europe. So after that, the United States opposed the invasion of this country. France and Britain agreed, and after that, in 1938, the German leader is called Adolf Hitler, occupies the part of Czechoslovakia. He said at that time, this it will be is the last land, so I cannot go anyway, only this part, because it is unfair. After the First World War One, his land is so small, so that's why it's unfair. So that's why he tried to what? Try to take part from Czechoslovakia and say this is the last. Is this the last invasion that you're going to make it? But after that, in 1939, Adolf Hitler he broke his pact by invading the rest of the country. He said, "No, I need to take all Czechoslovakia country." So, and this country backs Italy and become the ally with the Soviet Union, because and after that will start the war more and more stronger. This it is the map between 1939 to 1941. This it is Germany. Germany started to invade. First of all, it is Czechoslovakia taken. After that, we'll go to Poland. After that, we'll go to Norway and France also, and we'll go very far from this place. And then the different steps. Germany and Russia try to make what? Germany and Russia try to make like what? Like an ally between them. Ally that means will work and will invade together. So Germany and Russia will go to invade Poland. After that, after 6 years of war Brussels over Europe. So look what happened at that time. Germany invade what? Invade Denmark and invade also Norway and invade Belgium and also France. So only Germany took those four countries. The Battle of Britain and German extension in Europe was stopped. Was stopped by who? As was stopped by the bridge in 1941. Germany and other European force invade and limit the Soviet Union power. After that, Japan in this area, in this time, Japan tried to invade European colonies in Asia. Many allies, for example, United States, Britain, and Australia declared war against Japan because it's not fair to let Japan take all the European colonies in Asia. The European colonized in Asia, for example, Philippines, for example, some places, some place in Singapore. So those the colonized in Asia, European colonized in Asia, was taken by Japan. But United States and Britain and Australia declared war against Japan. In 1944, the German was defeated by the Soviet Union. And also, Japan was defeated and surrendered to United States of America after the dropping of the atomic bomb. Where? And where? In 1945, United States of America used two bombs. After what? After the attack of the attack of Japan in America. So those two atomic bombs in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. This one is the atomic bomb. After that now, so after the end of the World War II, there are many results. There are positive results, and also there are negative results or the negative effects. Starting by the negative effects. The first negative effects, the war killed around 60 millions of people. Soldiers and people, innocent people also. Europe was divided among the Soviets and the Allies who ruled over the Germany. And after that, Europe economy was completely destroyed after the Second World War. 70% of the industrial infrastructure was destroyed too. Let's go directly now to the positive effect. So there are a negative effect and the positive effect. The positive effect was the first one. The atomic power, although destructive, was also discovered and used for the first time as another kind of resources that we can use it. The medicine and the surgery made great advance after the Second World War, and after that, the air transportation was another field developed immensely during and after the war. Another side, the positive effect also, the new plastic were developed. Also, many of the industries and the machinery replaced costly handwork. Thus, it is kind of what kind of airplane that used it during the Second World War, and after that, this kind of airplane they are used make going to be bigger, using for transportation, using for many other things, other domains. So let's now practice for the first exercise. Going to practice our knowledge. Specify the event that occurred during the World War II on the day chart shown below. Fill the blanks in with the important point. In 1931, what happened? In 1938, according to the date. In 1939, 41, and 45. Starting by in 1931. In 1931, Germany, Japan, excellent for filling this one. Germany, Japan, and Italy occupied the various territory. Hitler, the German leader, occupied part of Czechoslovakia and promised not to go any further. In 1939, Hitler broke his pact and invaded the whole Czechoslovakia were erupt. And Germany in 1941, Germany and other European powers invaded the Soviet Union to secure the strategic resources. And the last one, in 1949-45, the Soviet Union defeated Germany, Japan, and surrendered to the United States. Thank you now. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope that I understand every single event and the different things that happened during the Second World War. Thank you so much, and thank you for your watching, and see you next lesson.